you know me. Ideas just pop into my head and I keep thinking. Seems a downright shame.
Shame?
Seems an awful waste. Such a nice plump frame. What's his name has, nor it can't be traced. Business needs a lift. Debts to be erased. Think of it as thrift, as a gift, if you get my drift. No? Seems an awful waste. Price of meat, what it is, when you get it, if you get it. Good, you got it? Take for instance Mrs. Mooney and her pie shop. Business never better, using only pussycats and toast. And a pussy's good for maybe 6 or 7 at the most. And I'm sure they can compete.
Mrs. Lovett, what a charming notion, eminently practical and yet appropriate as always. Mrs. Lovett, how I've lived without you all these years, I'll never know
Think
how
about it, lots of other gentlemen will soon be coming for a shave. Won't they?
Our choice,
all them
rare, for what's the sound of the world out there?
What, Mr. Todd, what, Mr. Todd, what is that sound?
Those crunching noises pervading the air.
Yes, Mr. Todd, yes, all around.
It's man devouring man, my dear.
And who are we to deny it in here?
Oh, these are desperate times, Mrs. Lovett, and desperate measures are called for.
Here we are now, love, hot from the oven.
What is that?
It's priest. Have a little priest.
Is it really good?
Sir, it's too good, at least. Then again, they don't commit sins of the flesh, so it's pretty fresh.
Awful lot of fat.
Only where it's sat.
Haven't you got poet or something like that?
No, you see, the trouble with poet is how do you know it's deceased? Try the priest.
Heavenly! Not as hearty as Bishop, perhaps, but not as bland as curate either.
Good for business, too. Always leaves you wanting more. Trouble is, we only get it on Sundays. Lawyer's rather nice.
If it's for a price.
Order something else, though, to follow, since no one should swallow it twice.
Anything that's lean.
Well, then, if you're British and loyal, you might enjoy Royal Marine. Anyway, it's clean, though of course it tastes of wherever it's been.
Is that squire on the fire?
Mercy, no, sir, look closer, you'll notice it's grosser.
Looks thicker, more like vicar.
No, it has to be grosser, it's green.
The history of the world, my love.
Save a lot of graves, do a lot of relatives' favors.
Is those below serving those up above?
Everybody shaves, so there should be plenty of flavors.
How gratifying for once to know that those above will serve those down below.
Have a seat, my dear. Now let's see, we've got tinker,
Something pinker,
tailor,
something paler,
potter,
something hotter,
butler,
something subtler.
locksmith. Lovely bit of clock.
Maybe for a lark.
Then again, sweet if you want it cheap and you like it dark. Try the financier, peak of his career.
That looks pretty rank.
Well, he drank, it's a bank cashier. Never really sold, maybe it was old.
Have you any beetle?
And next week, so I'm told. Beetle isn't bad till you smell it and notice how well it's been greased. Stick to priest. Now, my dear, this may be a bit stringy, but then of course it's fiddle player.
This isn't fiddle player. It's piccolo player.
How can you tell?
It's piping hot.
Then blow on it first.
The history of the world, my sweet,
Oh, Mr. Todd, what does it tell?
is who gets eaten and who gets to eat.
And Mr. Todd, too, Mr.
But fortunately, it's also clear that everybody goes down well with beer.
Now, my dear, since Marine doesn't appeal to you, how about Rear Admiral?
Too salty. I prefer General.
With or without his privates?
What is that?
It's fop, finest in the shop. And we have some shepherds peppered with actual shepherd on top. And I've just begun. Here's the politician so oily, it's served with a doily. Not one.
Put it on a bun. Well, you never know if it's going to run.
Try the fryer, fry it's drier.
No, the clergy is really too coarse and too mealy.
An actor that's compactor.
Yes, and always arrives overdone. I'll come again when you have judge on the menu.
Wait, true, we don't have judge yet. But would you set on to the next best thing?
What is that?
Executioner.
Have charity towards the world, my pet.
Yes, yes, I know, my love.
We'll take the customers that we can get.
High-born and low, my love.
We'll not discriminate great from small. No, we'll serve